a lot of people are afraid of honesty. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to show who they are, because they think it, makes them look weak or whatever, or, well, we all have flaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who tries to act like they don't, it's full of, well, you know what they're full of. Yeah. And a lot of people are afraid of honesty. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to show who they are, because they think it, makes them look weak or whatever, or, well, we all have flaws, man. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who tries to act like they don't, it's full of, well, you know what they're full of. Yeah. And a lot of people are afraid of honesty. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to show who they are, because they think it, makes them look weak or whatever, or, well.
I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Kwakadash, and salutation to the elders and apostles and brothers and sisters who are living for the Most High and the Son Yahweh Shah. Good morning. That clip you just saw, DMX, the brother said, for anybody afraid of honesty, and living a life of they can't do no wrong, they got no flaws, you the biggest liar in the world. And what he's saying is true. You have men that walk on the earth like they got it already, or like they know the meaning of life because they have it, or someone gave them something from inheritance and they know it all. Or you can't tell nobody shit because they know it all. And people make mockery or laugh at you when you're sharing something. When you're sharing something so something real, something there, people take it as a joke. People laugh. People don't consider what's being said. Everything's a fucking joke. Everything is being played out. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sad place to live in, man, because somebody honestly might go through something and tell you something, the truth about yourself, and you can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because people can't respect real. And it's not a problem if someone could tell you and you can accept it. But when you tell them about them, they can't accept it. So how that's being real from that person, So for anybody that's being honest, and speaking forth what's going on in their life, that takes a lot of courage. A lot of people don't have courage. People are cowards. You gotta tell people for what it is and what they have done. I want to read here. This is James 5:16. Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another. We got to confess our faults to one another. Like there's many times I told my videos or the things that I've done wrong, or the things I experienced from people. I had to correct them. I state my cause of my faults, because no one here on this earth is walking in a divine perfectionist like Yahweh. There's no way. There's no way. Because if you're walking so much in perfectness, you should never ever get sick in your life. You shouldn't be able to get cancer, die. You know what I'm saying? Or get a cut and heal. You know what I'm saying? You should never get a cut. You should be perfect. Your body should be in the same perfection as him. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna speak on those type of terms. But when Yahushua is speaking of, he said, well, you should be as perfect as me. You know what I mean? To have everything is your teaching perfect, like you see in these stupid ass films, like The Flash or Superman, that that they can't do no wrong. Even them niggas in the cartoons, they have their ups and downs. So they not perfect. So when Yahshua is talking about a walking perfection like me, he means showing the true love, humility, be humble, be kind, be sincere, have compassion, have mercy. You understand? You have a group of men from IUSC keep saying that, oh, we keep the law perfectly. We keep the law perfectly. But how can you keep the law perfectly and you bear false witness against certain men from GMS? How can you say you keep the law perfectly and you lie and you commit murder that's on your hands? You got blood on your hands. How? So I don't want to hear them talk about they push a perfection. That's impossible. Each one of these men got flaws. If you didn't have any flaws, right, why is there men and women in your congregation committing adultery? Let's talk about that. If you so much are perfect, why are there men in your congregation stealing other people's ideas that created the customs and the clothing and the fringes that you guys sell, and you take and you rob from brothers and sisters who had great ideas, who had came up and created this so-called fashion clothing that you guys create in your congregation. If you guys so perfect, why is there lawsuits and police matters coming into your spiritual congregation based on people stealing, robbing, murdering? So you guys are not perfect. So you need to stop the lies, man. You guys are so perfect, and you guys keep it so real. Why is it when the brothers from GMS do videos and do lessons to correct you every time you're wrong, you understand, you get upset, and then you want to do a rebuttal video because you don't like what's being said? You sensitive. So I don't understand that. I'm just using that as an example as far as what this brother DMX has said, and he's telling the truth. People don't like honesty because people smell themselves. They're full of shit. All right. Excuse me, y'all. That ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So he says, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another. You got to pray for one another that ye may be healed. So to heal from what? From your afflictions, from the pain that you're going through. Whatever you're going through, whether it's spiritual, physical, mentally, you know what I'm saying? Even verbally, sometimes to say, yo, man, let me be easy with my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Let me be wise as a serpent, but soft as a dove. Let me work on that. You know what I'm saying? We all have some kind of situation that we got to work on. All right. But it said the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So a righteous man that prayeth and is righteous, the Lord will hear him, man. You know. It dropped down to 19. Brethren, if any of you do error from the truth and one convert him, verse 20, let him know that he which converted the sinner from the error of his way shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. So if a man was in the truth and he went back into the world and he committed error, right? And he repents and come back, you understand? You reminded him of the things that he did, you know, and try to forewarn him, don't go back, don't do these things again. You know, repent and keep the laws, man, the best of your ability. You understand? Be an upright man, you know, be a man of character, dignity, integrity. Don't do these things. Don't lose your soul over something that you can't gain back, over some BS of what, feel good 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever you was engaging yourself into. Don't let Satan get your mind. All right. And the Lord can forgive you, man, have mercy upon you, man. It's up to him. Let's go to my highlights. So we got to confess our sins to one another. Let's go to Matthew, the 10th chapter, 32nd verse. Let's see what our King said. Yahweh said, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. So if you confess that our Lord, our King Yahweh is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and he's a Savior amongst men, and you're proud to say that in a good way, then the Yahweh will come to the Father and say, yo, this man right here, he speaks highly of me. He loves me. And this is a true worshiper, man. He's a true soldier. This man right here. So we can't deny deny men, especially if they not denying us. You know what I'm saying? For any man who deny me, man, I will deny you to my Father. That's what Yahweh said, all right? Let's read on verse 33. Let's read that. It says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Yeah, so that's fair. That is fair. If you hate me, then he said, well, listen, man, look, I'm going to deny you in front of my Father, man. We don't deal with you. That's what men do today. Men get in a room amongst people and trying to oppress people and shit on you, and then when it's over, they trying to be your friend. No, fuck that. You deny me amongst people, and you trying to embarrass me and show for like you ain't fuck with me, then I deny you too. That's how you gotta treat people, man. You gotta treat people for what it is. It's no love lost, but it is. You can't be, and then on top of that, people still have, if that person still have compassion and mercy upon you, come on, you can't tell me that the Lord can't you can't tell me that the Lord won't have mercy and compassion for that same person that had mercy upon you after you did them wrong. Come on. When you do people wrong, man, this will come back to you, man. Let's jump down to 38. Scripture read, and he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. So y'all just said that if you don't pick up your cross, meaning the things that I went through for my sake, then you know what? Then you're not worthy of me, man. You ain't real. You're not real. Let's jump on. Let me go to 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. So the Lord ain't come to make peace. He come to destroy, man. This place is wicked as hell. You know? Verse 35, for I ain't come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Verse 36, and a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So the man enemy should be of his own household, man, because you done choose to live for my sake, and they gonna hate you for it because they want to do everything under the sun. They want to be wicked. They want to do all kind of things, man, and they're not keeping it real. They dishonest with themselves, man. But when you being honest in the name of the Lord, you know, people get offended by that. People can't respect that, you know, because they feel like, oh, I could do whatever I want, boom, 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 boom. Whenever I say it, then that's how it goes. No, it don't go your way. Right? That's verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. So that's clearly simple. If you sacrifice your life for me, then you shall find it. But if you try to save your life and not sacrifice for me, then you shall lose it. Because the Lord said, I'm dying for all of y'all so that y'all all could be redeemed. So it's like Yahweh, he made it a point. He made it where he died, where we have to accept him. There's no other way. There's no other way to get to the Father but through him. That's it. That's it. Now let's go to I think I had another one with Ezra. Where's it at? Ezra. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let me go here. Ezra 9 and 13. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespasses, Ezra 9, chapter 9, verse 13. Seeing that thou, our power, has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this. Ezra is telling us, like, yo, we have done so much wickedness. It's only right for the Lord to give us what we deserve. You know what I'm saying? Even for if our iniquity is less, we still deserve the punishment, whether it was highly or not. Okay, because we have been disobedient. We broke His laws, His commandments. We went out our way to follow other gods, other deities. We worship and praise and gave thanks to other names, which is now the Lord. You know, we did all kind of wickedness under the sun. Verse 14. Should we again break thy commandment and join an infinity with the people of these abominations? Wouldst not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping? So he's making a statement. He said, yo, listen, if we should break these commandments again, will the next time of us, would you destroy us completely? Because some of us, we go back and forth, we backslid, we stay there. You know, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth of dying and losing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord could put the judgment and the terror on you. All right? So he asked a rhetorical question. He asked a rhetorical question. He's like, Lord, will you destroy the rest of us, even though some went back and do certain things, will you still destroy the remnant of us? Because not all of us is not that evil. But the Lord know the Lord know how to sift certain people out and judge them according to their individual sin. You know what I'm saying? But as a whole, as a nation, we all have to suffer because wicked men did so much. The Lord said, okay, now I gotta judge the whole nation. So you gotta make sure you gotta do your part in the nation to say, Lord, please have mercy upon me. I know that the nation of Israel is wicked, but Lord, please don't judge me for the evilness. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know that I'm not worthy of it, but Lord, just have mercy upon me. You know, the Lord knows who to have mercy upon. You know what I'm saying? Verse 15, O Lord, Yahweh of Israel, thou art righteous, for we remain yet escaped. As it is the day, behold, we are before thee in our trespasses, for we cannot stand before thee because of this. So he's saying that we so much in tune, we so much has there's so much trespasses, man. How can we be in the midst of you? We did so much evil, Lord. You don't even want to look at us. You know what I'm saying? And to come to Him for our trespasses, for the Lord to forgive us, man. We better be glad that the Lord don't kill us right on the sight. You know, but that should show you that the Lord loves us, man. If the Lord didn't love us, He wouldn't send His Son Yahweh to die for us on that cross, man, and to bring us back and to redeem us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't in no position to tell anyone that they can't serve the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? We have no right to tell people that, but at the same time, you know, we got to tell our people of the nation to repent and serve Him. Because if you don't, this is trouble coming your way. This is Ezra chapter 10, verse 1. Let's see what Ezra do here. Now, when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, he confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Yahweh. There assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men, and women, and children, but the people wept very sore. So they said, man, this man is crying and weeping to the Lord. Man, we should do the same thing, man. Because the Lord is, if this man is putting his passions all of his wrongdoing, man, we should do the same, man, because it was so powerful of his weeping. The men and women and children said, man, Nah, man, we wrong, man. Lord, forgive us too. You know, because we all have done wrong, man. And, let me go to Daniel. Daniel chapter 9, verse 20. And whilst I was speaking and praying and confessing my sin and the sin of my people Israel, and presenting my supplication before the Lord, my power, for the holy mountain of my Lord, of my God. So even Daniel, I'm saying, Lord, forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins, and forgive the sins of my people, of the people of Israel. Forgive us for what we did. You know, confessing, being true, having honesty. Excuse me. Salakia. Hold on, guys. Yeah, so it's very, very true, man, because we have to make supplication to the Lord, man. Supplication is very important, man. Very important, man. So yeah, so I'm not gonna keep the video long, man. Being honest with one another, man. Confessing and being truthful, man. You know what I'm saying? People may do such things to you, and you know, we have people that may put you in a situation for you to get hurt, you lose your life, and you escape out of it. You got people that may lie against you. Excuse me. They lied against you, bear false witness, told things about you. This loyalty, man. This loyalty, man. You can't be fooled by people, man. People gonna show you who they are, man. When people show you who they are, believe it, man. All right? Don't be in denial and say, oh, nah, they just, no, believe it. Sometimes the Lord will show you and tell you, even if you didn't really catch them doing something, the Lord forewarn you. He'll forewarn you in advance. Don't be fooled by people, man. People got baggages. You know, you don't want to get caught up in people affairs, and then you trying to hold on to them and have mercy upon them. Sometimes you gotta let them go and let the Lord deal with people, man. You gotta let the Lord. If your family members doing you wrong, or hurting you, or lying against you, or this tarnishing your name, this dragging your name in the mud, you know what I'm saying? It is hurtful. It is very hurtful. You know what I'm saying? You just ask the Lord, forgive them, Lord, and just forgive me if I did something to them, and just move on. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta keep it real with yourself. You gotta keep it real with yourself. I always tell people, keep it real with yourself, man. Keep it real with yourself, man. You don't owe nobody nothing. You owe Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh everything, because He has given you life. You don't owe nobody nothing, but at the same time, in the midst of that, don't be a coward. Don't be a coward, man. Don't be a coward. Coward is not counted for amongst real men. Real men always can spot when someone is a coward, man. And sometimes people may think you're a coward because you're not engaging or acting the way they want you to act. No, that doesn't make you a punk or a coward. It makes you smart and wise. Yo, there's certain things that I seen and what I learned and what I heard and witnessed myself. And even the stories that people have told me, brothers and sisters, what they went through. And I was just in awe. And I look at myself, I say, yeah, man, there's people out here that's really going through it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to treat situations for what it is and for what they are. Because everybody has their own worries. Everybody has their own problems. That's true. But You can't expect people to keep coming to you and using you when they want something. It doesn't work that way. People don't like it when you finally say something. Come on, man. You don't need people that don't mean nothing to you. You don't need them. They don't do nothing for you. You don't need people that don't mean anything to you. People that truly love you, that's always there for you, that got your back, that's a true friend, that don't go back, destroy your name. These are true friends. You don't find friends like this. But it's very difficult, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult, but I just sit and I just think for a moment, man. It's like, damn, man, all the things that I heard from brothers and sisters, things that I've been through, and what I'm going through, and I kind of tell myself that, man, you don't got it that bad like others, or this person, I may have it worse than them. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you getting up and trying to move forward instead of complaining about the same thing. And get up and strive, man. Get up with the strength that the Lord will give you, man. Get up. No more excuses. Do what you got to do. Move. You got to grow and mature, man, in the spirit, man. I'm telling you, you got to grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to grow up. Excuse me, yawning a bit. But you got to get up and tell the truth, man, and be honest with yourself, man. Honesty starts with self, man. You gotta be honest with yourself. You say, man, did I really messed up? Damn, did I really do this? Damn, did I really go too far? Be honest with yourself. Say, damn, man, you know what? I could have done this better. You know what? Maybe I could have passed the road test and did this a little better. Damn, man, let me go back and see what I did wrong. Or let me see, all right, I failed this test to be a lawyer. Damn, let me go back and revamp. Let me go back and do this. There's always room for improvement. As long as you're alive and your spirit is in your body, you always have a chance to improve. But especially when you're doing the Lord, you always got a chance to improve, man. I know sometimes people are new to the truth, and sometimes you got to bear with them. That's true, because they trying to grow too, man, because your spirit is way up here, But sometimes it gets a little frustrating because when someone is new to the truth, they so hyped into it, but they don't understand that we was once there where they was at. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't do anything for you. But that's why as eldership and people that have the more experience, you have to tell them and show them, all right, okay, cool. All right. You so into tune, you so energetic about it, but you have to also let them know, calm down, spiritual pup. You're a spiritual pup. They all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So you got to tell people, yo, man, you're not, it doesn't move you. You know what I'm saying? It's not personal against the person. It just don't move you because they're so excited. But don't get me wrong. You glad to see them be excited. But don't be excited for the wrong reasons. Be enjoyed for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because this being in the truth is not an entertainment. You got all these other groups are entertaining. They're fighting. They're bickering. They're arguing people. It's crazy. It's madness, man. It's not the love of Yahweh Shah, man. Why cause a ruckus? It's not worth it, man. If it shall come based on other people ignorance and or their so-called intelligence, then by all means defend yourself, no problem. But when there's always a backlash and the screaming match, and it's not of the spirit of the Lord, man. I know you're trying to prove a point, but it's not the spirit of the Lord, man. IUIC got that bad. IS2PK got that bad. The Lord's going to keep making examples out of these two groups, man. For anybody that doing you wrong, or if anybody come out of these groups trying to say otherwise, they better be very careful, man. But it's not about them in totality. It's about the nation of Israel confessing and being upright with the Lord, man. And you confessing on your behalf and your part. Because no one's here walking on the God's green earth with a perfect perfection. There's no way, man. Everyone has a flaw. So keep this in mind, man. Confess thy sins to one another, and it takes a real man and a real woman to accept the honesty of what people are telling you. When it comes to me, yeah, I get very angry, I get very upset, and I get very nasty. Yes, that's true about me. But don't think once that I don't have love and kind and meekness and caring for a person, because I truly do. But once I feel that bridge has been cut off or dismantled or disrespected, I treat you as how you wanted to be treated. Because I'm not your average person that you think you could do whatever you want. That doesn't work that way over here. You can't treat and do such a things to me as a person, man. I'm a man first, and I'm a man of the Lord, man. Or trying to be the man of the Lord as much as possible, man. We all make mistakes. And sometimes I go hard, man. Like as I feel like if someone going hard at me, I'm giving them some 20 times, and I'm with all of it. I'm with all the smoke, Whether if it's you trying to literally hurt me, I'm coming at you. Meaning, far as defense purposes, if you trying to hurt me, God forbid, I don't want that to come towards my way. But I'm talking about when you just constantly going on and on and on. You don't got to keep going on and on and on and on and on. The point has been made. That's why I made videos about people, what they had done wrong to me, or family members that what they done wrong to me. Have I done wrong to them to a great degree? At maybe some point in my life I've done, but I don't have it in my bone to do people wrong. It's just not in me, man. If I did something wrong, it was out of ignorance that I did not know of. But that's when I was younger. But as an adult, I have a right state of mind where I'm not gonna just do something wrong to a person. I don't live like that. If I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. I'm not gonna have no fucking disloyalty to a person. I'm not gonna do that to you. Especially if I'm giving you food, I'm helping you do this, I'm hearing what you gotta go through, I'm trying to give you advice, and as a friend, and you do me wrong, then you're not a friend to me. You're not a friend to me. You're an enemy. You are an enemy. Paul called out the same people that he thought he could trust, did him wrong. Apostle Paul, and he called him his enemy. You my enemy. Because a friend wouldn't do such a things like that towards a person that they say they care about. You're fucking enemy. Disloyal. And the ones that's loyal to me, the ones that I care for, that didn't do me wrong, I keep them there in my hand. I keep them there in my pocket, man. Those people know who they are. I don't have too many. It's not too many people on my one hand I could count that's loyal to me on my hand. You understand? I got 2 or 3 people I can count on my hands. The other people that I thought I could count on, I cut them off, man. There's no third, fourth chances for you to come and try to make it right. You had a chance to make it right. That's enough. I let the Lord deal with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that had to cut off. I have family members that had to cut off. People who I thought that was okay had to cut them off, man. Because people going to show you who they truly are. You sit back and you watch people. Just watch them. They'll show you who they are. Stay quiet. They'll show you who they are. People don't want to apologize. People don't want to admit when they're wrong. People don't got enough fortitude to tell you. But it's all right. You ain't because people so messed up. You gotta just let them be. So like what DMX just said in the video, he said, honesty people can't handle. It hurts, man. Or when people confessing and telling the real about themselves, you know, people take it far as a joke or a laughing matter, like they don't do no fucking wrong. And he's right. You know, but with that being said, I hope the video is edifying. Shalom.